let's talk about something that happens to even the most ambitious, high-achieving women. You're feeling low. You're self-soothing with things that don't really help, like chocolates. You're moody, you're snappy, you're unmotivated. Maybe you're starting to wonder if you're falling into a bit of a depression or a deep slump. It's that quiet spiral where you're just stuck in routines that don't light you up. I want you to understand, beautiful, that you're not broken. You're just disconnected from your power. Now, we are going to shift that energy starting today. I'm going to share with you in this video how you can snap out of it, out of that slump, out of that depression. You feel like you're going down that spiral. I'm going to show you how you can snap out of it fast and start to feel like her again. And I want you to understand that it's so possible, but it's amazing that you've caught it at this point when we can actually stop the momentum and we can start to go the other way and build that really powerful, positive momentum and get you back on track. So let's do this. All right, my very first essential point to get yourself out of this is number one. You need to understand that how you're feeling is actually a gift. Your emotional guidance system, how you are feeling, it is there to get you on the right path again. I believe that your emotional guidance system, your emotions, these are placed on your heart by your creator to help you to get to realize that higher self, to realize that vision of who you were born to be. And you cannot fix what you're not willing to face. So these triggers, these, points where you're maybe sitting and you've got everything organized for the next day and you're feeling like, yeah, I've done everything. And you're like, but why am I feeling like this? You maybe look around and you have the most incredible home, the most incredible family, the most beautiful figure. You have everything you could possibly want. And you're like, why do I feel just like not motivated? It's like, why do you feel, as a client told me, that she's lost her sparkle in life? That she's lost that will to really give that full-on energy that literally was every day of her life. She woke up, she had that high energy. It's because you're coming to terms with the fact that life could be like this forever. And it's not going to be forever. But what we need to do is we need to light up that spark again. So we need to identify the specific triggers that are making you feel like this, because our emotional guidance system is here to help us. It's such a gift, because if we didn't feel like that, well, we would just keep trailing along in this life where we're feeling unmotivated, feeling in a slump, feeling depressed, and that would be it. But we would just come to acceptance of it. We would be like, fine, but then we're never going to realize our full potential. So the whole point of that is to get you back on the right path to achieving that again. And that's when you're going to feel lit up. That's when your power is really going to come. So that's when you're going to make the biggest, most profound impact to your life, when you just get back on track. So what areas of your life feel dull, feel frustrating or out of sync? I know how that can feel, believe me. I am the mama of a 1-year-old. And every day, like, children need routines. They need routine to feel safe. So they wake up at the same time, they have their breakfast, they have all their meals at the same time, they go to bed at the same time. All the routines are the same. Yes, you might do different things here and there, but that's really important for children to feel happy, balanced and secure. But for you, we can't just randomly say, oh, okay, I'm going to have a spa day. I'm going to have a spa weekend. Can you tell what's on my mind right now? Let's just go for the day, like maybe a few hours down the road to some place that you've wanted to go and visit for a while. You can't really just randomly do that. Everything has to be so organised, and sometimes it's just not worth the fuss, because you know that if you don't get the nap times right, your baby's going to cry the whole time. So it's just, you are having to put everyone else first, potentially at this point in your life. And it's such a thankless task, because children don't understand that, all the sacrifices that you're making, you just do it for them because you adore them so much. So when you get into that place, you can feel a bit like you're stuck on repeat, and it can feel quite depressing. Maybe yours is totally different. Maybe it's with your career. Maybe it's just all your days blending together. Maybe it's just in your relationship. You feel disconnected. What is it? What are the triggers? Are you bored? Now, we've talked about this before. How can you ever be bored? But seriously, are you feeling like that? You just don't have the motivation. So pinpoint, when do you feel most low? Is it the mornings, the afternoons, the evenings even? And then why is that? This gives you some clear intel on what's draining your energy. And when you know the specific times of the day, maybe there's a specific time in the day that feels quite long, quite arduous, quite boring for you, and you're reaching for the snacks at that point, and you're thinking, okay, I'll just get through this. And maybe you're doing that mindlessly. Maybe you're not even sitting down with a cup of tea and a biscuit. Maybe it's just like, oh, I'm just going to grab something on the go. But you've just had dinner. And you're like, what's going on here? It becomes a habit. But what are we numbing here? For many of my clients, it's emotional. Okay, because your body is essentially crying out to be soothed, like we said. People do this in many different ways, but if you can identify the specific triggers, that's step one. Because when we know the problem, we can work towards a solution. So the second point, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine your blue sky version. So create the contrast. So say, well, if I know that right now, at this point in the day, it's making me spiral, I'm going into that slump at that point of the day, I'm reaching for the snacks, I'm looking in the cupboard to see what's available. Maybe I'm having to pour myself a glass of wine or something. That's another thing that comes up regularly. If that's something you're doing at a certain time, ask yourself, okay, well, if this is currently how I'm feeling, and I'm feeling drained, I'm feeling unmotivated, I'm feeling bored, I'm not enjoying the prospect of this part of my day, because what would be the complete other contrast? How would you be feeling? You would be feeling excited, energized, positive, feeling like you've got your glow back, your spark. You'd be feeling full of motivation and energy. Okay, that's great. That's incredible. Can you think? Let me know in the comments what's yours. Like, what part of the day can you contrast, and how are you now feeling? Let me know now how you would be feeling in your highest self. So, what actions we're now thinking about? Because this is your contrast moment. It's just visualizing the ideal outcome. So, for example, if you're unfulfilled in your work, what actions or what feelings would a dream job or a dream passion look like? Maybe if you're like me, you're not working at the moment, but you're working a lot in your home. That's a full-time job. And it's so thankless, and it doesn't often look like anything, but you're working behind the scenes to create magic and make everything run so flawlessly. But if you're feeling really drained and lacking energy and lacking motivation there, what would your dream activities be at this point? What would you be doing at that point that would light you up? Would it be going for a walk? Would it be going to the gym? Would it be taking some self-care? Would it be, I don't know, would it be finally having the time to read something? Would it be connecting with your friends and doing something together, even just once a week? What would that look like? What would a new passion project look like for you? Something you just can't wait to get into, something that lights you up inside. If it's your work, if you're literally hating your job or this aspect of it, why? And what would it look like to be in a role where that just simply didn't exist? And don't say it exists in every role. No, it doesn't. You just don't know. Are you telling me that you have been and worked in the billions of roles out there and you can tell me that they're all exactly the same? No. Maybe you want to have a complete change in your career. Or maybe you're thinking of starting a side hustle, something just to inspire you a little bit while you get through these years. Maybe you've got your 5-year plan, so you know that you have to stick at this role and you've got your plan, but can it be tweaked? Can it look different? How could it look different? You need to know what you're looking for in order to move forward. If your days feel so repetitive as a stay-at-home mum, like I mentioned, what would bring spark and joy back into these routines? How can you make it a bit more fun and switch it up a bit? There's things that you can do that can change everything, like just changing up the routine slightly for you and the children, for just putting on some fun music at some point of the day, changing the routine so that it seems a bit novel and a bit fun. If your relationship feels really flat and boring, you're like, oh, how am I going to do this for the next so-and-so years? How would excitement, intimacy and connection look instead? And I don't mean by jumping ship and going somewhere else and scrolling on Tinder. I'm talking about within your own relationship. How can you spark that excitement there? So whatever the area, let me know in the comments and we'll definitely love to give you some ideas for this. But feel it, see it, be it. This is what you're calling in. And then finally, your final step for getting out of that deep slump that you've been in is taking specific aligned action today. So how do you do that? Take that aligned action. Well, now what would she, your highest self, do to make that vision your reality? What would she do? So if you're craving a new job, well, you're going to start a job search. Just don't even think about the overwhelming parts of it. Just literally take the first step. Stop thinking about every little detail and nuance about and what, all the nonsense. Just quieten down those voices. Say, hey, we're going to do something a bit fun. We're just going to look at the landscape. We're just going to see how things look. So if you're craving a new job, start the search. 1 hour, one search, maybe even one application, but just have a look at the landscape, make it fun. If you're feeling bored and invisible maybe at home, book a class. There's so many out there. Start a hobby, schedule some child-free time for you. If you want a more exciting relationship, then plan a surprise date or get dressed up tonight. Start flirting again with your partner. Just think, what one thing can I do that will make things more exciting? Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting to feel like you're ready for all these things. That's why you're feeling the way you are, because you waited too long. And your emotional guidance system is telling you, you've waited too long here. You're meant to move forward. There's way more that's out there for you. And I want you to feel that so you can take the first step. So even if it's one small move, it's a signal to the universe that you're back, you're here, you're moving forward, and you're ready for all the incredible things that are ready to be delivered to you. Now, if you are ready to get crystal clear on what's been keeping you stuck and a custom roadmap to your next level, then grab the Spark Activation right now. It's a personalized video deep dive from me to you with powerful insight into your blocks and the exact steps to move forward with clarity and confidence, because I know how it feels to feel alone and feel like you're not supported and have all the incredible things you do on a daily basis almost made to feel like they're not that important. And believe me, if it wasn't for you, nobody would be as happy, content, incredible as they are right now. Because I know that you're doing an incredible job. I know that you're a type A woman. I know that you have given everything to everyone else. And now it's time for you. You can go from strength to strength, get your spark back, feel like that incredible woman that you were born to be. Okay, and you can do that by diving into this YouTube channel and watching all the videos, because my aim is that every single listener leaves with something she needs to help her go into her higher self. But I know that sometimes it can feel very lonely on that road. And if that is the case, the Spark Activation is 100% for you. You can find all the details down in the description box to get you there. So have an amazing day, beautiful. I want to hear in the comments the one thing that you're going to change today, that one small step that you're going to change that's going to stop the momentum of how you were feeling before. Any help to drive you forward, just get those wheels turning in the other direction, get you back on track into living your dream life. Let me know in the comments. Can't wait to hear from you. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you've liked, subscribed. I'll see you in the next episode or in Spark Activation. Have an amazing day, beautiful. You have got this.